Welcome to the Full Octane Garage. Today's episode is going to be changing the battery in a 2015 Porsche Cayenne Diesel. Let's get right to it. Okay, so the battery started to get a little bit weak in the Cayenne Diesel. It's a 2015. For all I know, it may be the original battery. If so, boy, that thing's lasted one heck of a long time. The downside to replacing a battery on your own is it takes a few tools. It is under the driver's seat, so you do have to dismantle the driver's seat, tilt it back, and get under the carpet to get to the battery. Now, the other downside is the parts stores, almost all of them, show 3 different battery types for this vehicle. So you're going to have to open everything up to understand what battery type you have before you go pick the battery up. So that's going to be our first task, to get this thing all taken apart, check out what battery type we have, and then we'll go pick a battery up and finish the program out. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a jump box on the car, and that's done under the hood. We're going to do this so we don't lose any of the memory settings within the car. So the very first thing is we're going to uncover the positive terminal. And uncovering the positive terminal, there is a little clip right in this area that loosens and allows this plastic cover to flip up to where you can actually get in and see the terminal. And that's where your positive terminal is going to go. Your negative terminal is going to be down here in the side. So if you look at the just beyond the headlight and keep going, there is a negative terminal there. So what we're going to do, and this is a little awkward with one hand, we're going to open this back up, and we are going to connect up the positive terminal. So the positive terminal is connected. Now we're going to come over and we are going to connect up the negative terminal. And then we go ahead and turn our battery machine on. And there we go, it's connected to the vehicle. And the reason we do this is so that we can move the seats forward and backward, even if the battery is disconnected. And the very first thing is we're going to move this seat all the way forward, and it's kind of a maintenance mode. So it goes pretty far forward. We're going to tilt the incline as far forward as we can. And then we're going to go into the back of the car, and at each of these rear seat frames there is a plastic cover. And what we're going to do is we're going to remove that plastic cover on both of these. Now I've already pre-unsnapped them. And this is a 10mm triple square, kind of an interesting little tool. And what that does is that goes into the rear seat bolts. And so my particular ones require a socket. And so what we're going to do is go ahead and put that socket on there. And now that once you got it loose, it comes out fairly easy. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. And while we have it open and accessible, there is this rear air conditioning vent, and it has a small, I believe, T12. And we're going to go ahead and unscrew the one screw that holds this in, which will allow the carpet and the battery to come up a little bit more easily. I'm going to put that bolt aside. So that's all done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide the seat back and do the same thing to the front. Okay, we're going to come into the car and we're going to slide the seat all the way back. This will expose the front bolts that we have to remove. Okay, now that we have our little plastic covers off, we're going to stick our tool in and we're going to start loosening the screw. And as you can see, once you get it loosened a little bit, it comes out quite easily. put that aside. We're going to come over to the other side. We're going to take that cap out. Then at this point, the seat's going to be ready to tilt back and get out of the way. And you may have to wedge it out of the way a little bit. You can see it's a good opportunity to go ahead and vacuum this thing out and clean it out a bit. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to loosen up this battery cover. And you're going to see that if it's never been touched before, which this has not, you're going to have to cut a little bit of the carpet away. Because when these come from the factory, they are not pre-cut, they're pre-stenciled. And so you'll take some scissors around the edges, cut this away so that this flap can actually flip over in the carpet. So this is telling us that we are on the original battery, which is quite impressive. Don't be afraid to cut this stuff. It's going to need to be cut. Just be sure not to cut any wires. Okay, you're going to take this flap and get it up out of the way. Okay, there's going to be 4 clips around this. You're going to have to take those 4 clips off before it allows you to take the battery cover off. So you want to make sure all those are off. I believe what you have to do is lift the back up and slide it toward the back of the vehicle. Once it gets off of the... There we go. And the battery cover is off. Okay, now we can come up and get the proper battery number and go ahead and get a replacement on this. Okay, there's 2 things that have to be removed now. One is the vent tube to the battery. You want to keep that handy because that will go back into the new battery. And I'll want to make sure that that thing is plugged in the right spot before we shut it up. And then there's a wire on the negative terminal that will need to be pulled off and set aside before we start disconnecting everything else. The battery terminals, we'll start with the negative first. Is a 10mm socket. Once you get it loose, it should come right off. Okay, the next one's going to be the positive, and I'm keeping a glove handy here because what I want to do is I don't want the positive to hit anything on the body of the car, because since we have the battery pack on it, we very well could have a problem if this did hit a piece of the car. Okay, now we got this one off. We're going to slip a glove over it. Anything to protect it. It can be a Ziploc bag. It can be a glove. And that'll stop it from grounding out on anything on the car when we remove the battery. Now with the same 10mm socket, there are 2 mounts or 2 brackets that hold the battery in tight, and we'll want to remove those next. Pull those out, put them aside. There's one more down here. And that one comes up. Now the battery is ready to come out. The battery is going to have to slide toward the back of the vehicle to get unhooked from a clip down on the floor. Then we're going to angle it up. And this is a heavy, heavy, heavy battery. And we're going to pull it out of the car. Okay, the good news is both batteries appear to physically be the same size, and that's kind of what we were going for. So now what we're going to do is we're going to clean the battery terminals off on the new battery before we put it in the car. And we have a battery terminal cleaner. I would recommend having one of those handy. We'll also clean the terminals inside the car before we drop this guy in there. Okay, so now it's time to install this heavy battery. All right, it's time to put this behemoth of a battery back in. And we're just going to slide it in, slide it all the way back. It actually sets in there nicely. We're going to slide it forward. If you slide it all the way forward before you clamp it down, it's going to, you can feel when you lift the battery, it's not coming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this front bracket on first to be sure not to lose the bolt. All right, now we're going to put the back unit in, and this back unit is going to go down and strangely enough it fits in there a lot more easily than you would anticipate. All right, we have the negative battery terminal still off. We're going to go ahead. We've already cleaned the battery terminals with the terminal cleaner. So we are going to go ahead and stick this back on, get it secured, and we're going to use back to our 10mm socket to tighten this terminal down. And we're just going to snug it good. You don't have to over tighten it. Now what we're going to do is put the negative terminal back on. The one thing you have to keep an eye out for is where the vent tube is going to go back in, to make sure you're not impacting that. And I do see where the vent tube goes in. The vent tube, you may have gotten lucky and your vent tube didn't pull off, but mine did pull off. There is a hole right where the negative wire comes out, where the vent tube actually goes into. I'll get a better picture of it once the tube is in. And then the vent tube will go back into the hole in the top of the battery. There's a hole for the vent tube up in the front section on this side. That will go in. Vent tube's down. Now we will tighten up the negative terminal. You want to make sure that the terminals are snug and don't twist. Then we have the one last wire that is going to go back on the negative terminal. And you'll notice that the wide section of the battery cover goes towards the back of the vehicle because it does have this hole to be able to mount your rear air vent back in. So we're going to slide this back on. There we go. Okay, the back ones are down. All right, that one's back clamped in. Now we're going to pull this carpet back down and tuck it back where it belongs. That screw will be put in from the rear. I'm going to grab the vacuum cleaner and clean this out a little bit. Okay, now that we've got all this stuff buttoned back up, the next thing to do is to pull the seat back down and bring it forward. There are some pins that it'll fall into. There we go. And then you just go ahead and finish bolting the seat back in just like we took it apart. And that will pretty much complete the job. And I hear there's a torque rating for these, but I'm just going to snug them down to somewhere in the 18-pound range. Let them feel pretty good and tight. And we could put the little plastic protectors back in. Okay, we've got the little Torx head that needs to go back to secure the vent back. Okay, that one's good. Now we're going to go ahead and put the rear bolts back in to the seats. Got one more over here. Make sure they're not cross-threaded. You want them to go in nice and easy, hand tight to start with. Then we're going to put the socket on it. Get those nice and snug. Then we can put the track protectors back on. Okay, so here's the moment of truth. We're going to start it up. Everything seems to be good. I do have a low tire, so we'll have to fix that. But other than that, the battery works. Everything's fantastic. Okay, so we're complete with the battery deinstall and reinstall. This is a simple process. It took probably 30 minutes the first time. You could probably get it done in about 15 if you had a little bit more experience and we had done it before, but this was our first time trying this, so it really wasn't bad. The battery we got from O'Reilly's, it's an H8 series AGM battery. Cost $244 as of the day after Thanksgiving of 24. So the price was right. The install was fairly easy. I think if you go to the dealer, you're probably going to be paying $700 or $800 for this battery plus installation. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're $1,000 in, when in fact we can get a battery installed for $250. So thanks for being with us at the Full Octane Garage. Come back soon for some more exciting content. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell because you're going to want to get notifications of future videos. See you soon. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Our legal team made me promise to display this disclaimer before we ended the video. Please take a moment to read it.